Welcome to the Fitmama podcast, where it's all about gaining your health back as a busy woman and mom, and doing it without sacrificing time with your family or business. Here is your host, mompreneur and Fitmama health coach, Angela Campbell.
Hey, Fit Mompreneur community! Happy Monday. I'm super excited about today's topic because it's one that so many need to hear on a regular basis, just to help you in your journey. And most importantly, the mindset behind it. So, happy Monday. Hope you're doing amazing. I'm excited when you are on and you are here. Say hi. Let me know that you're here. Let me know that you can hear me okay as well too. And let's get to it. So today, if you're new to the community, first, hi, how are you? And say new in the comments. Let me know who's new here. I know we have a lot of amazing new women joining the community all the time. It's a free place for all women in the world, any walks of life. Hey, Bertha. We call it the Fit Mompreneur. It's more along the lines of who I am, but at the same time, we have a lot of moms in here. We have a lot of women that are not moms, so it's definitely not, it's not secluded to just that. So if you have women friends that are on a health journey and need a little bit of help, invite them here. So with that said, if you're new, say new in the comments. I'd love to just say hi, an extra hi, and share the group. But here's the thing. Today I want to talk about the scale. If you're on a weight loss journey right now, put weight loss in the comments. If you're on a journey like, the scale doesn't really matter that much to you, you feel comfortable where you're at right there, but maybe it's more the toning aspect. I want to tone. I want to see muscle tone. I want to see muscles. I want to, I'm not talking about manly, big muscles. I'm just talking about sculpted muscle tone. You want to just feel better in your own skin. Then put tone in the comments. Give me an idea. What are you looking for? What are your goals? My inbox is always open if you have specific questions, but definitely go into the guide section of this group, you guys. There's so much in here. I go live every single Monday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time here inside the group to bring you a new topic. Today's topic, I chose to talk about the scale because it's one that I see makes or breaks a woman every single day. It's a reoccurring thing, and it doesn't tell the whole story, you guys. I want to start off with literally just a nice reminder to let you know the scale. The number on the scale does not define you, and it sure as heck doesn't tell you the whole story. Oh my gosh, I have a fly. It sure as heck does not tell you the whole story of your journey. If you're having success or not having success, if you're truly making changes, the scale does not always tell you the story. Okay, so if you're someone who gets really defeated by the scale, if the number goes up one day or it's not moving fast enough, just put me in the comments if you're comfortable sharing that, and just know that you're not alone. Because again, I talk to women every single day nonstop, and when it's progress time, it's often a conversation I have with so many, even on a one-on-one basis. But here's the thing. I really want to stress to you other areas of your journey to measure so that you can see what's going on. Is the scale something that I encourage measuring? Yes. Everybody's different. Some women can measure or weigh every single day and do great because it holds them accountable. I don't recommend it with the women in my programs. We weigh every other week. We take pictures, we measure, we do all the things. Why? Because the scale is not always our friend. Okay, so some of the biggest things, I will briefly share where I want you to measure, but I'm going to go into way more detail, so hang tight with me. And then I have a challenge for you. The challenge, first off, is tell me, when is the last time you actually measured yourself? And whether it's weight or it's weight, inches, progress picture, tell me, when was the last time you checked your own progress? Say when, and take it a step further. Tell me, what all did you measure? Was it just your weight? Was it inches? When's the last time you actually took a progress picture? Okay, be honest and share that with me below. And I'm going to tell you now, my challenge to you, if you're watching right now, if you're in our coaching programs, like we have specific times for you to progress check. So let's stick to our schedule. If you are not, and you're in this group, and you have not measured in a long time, I highly recommend you do it today or in the morning. It's always better in the morning before you eat or drink. And come in this group. You don't have to share your personal information, your exact numbers, unless you're just comfortable with that. This group, I want you to come in here and I want you to make a post, say measurements done or whatever, progress pictures done. Yeah, Bertha, I love it. Okay, so you did it a week ago. Now I'm going to challenge you today to measure some of these other areas that I'm going to talk about. Because why? The scale, I want to start in this training today to talk about the scale and why you can't only solely focus on it. Number one, it's always going to fluctuate. You guys, I've did a full training on this in the past, but I don't feel like I can talk about this topic too much because the scale will fluctuate all the time. And there's so many factors why, and we as women, water weight, our bodies like to hold on to water weight all the time. And that's why if you are someone who measures daily, you can only measure daily and be successful if you understand that it will go like this on a regular basis. Okay, it's not always going to be a down cycle. Okay, it's not. I wish I could tell you that it was, but it's not. Oh my gosh, this fly. I almost got it in my mouth. That was gross. So why the scale fluctuates daily? Let's talk about that first. Water. Water's going to be the first one I'm going to talk about. This happened to me recently. My scale, I'm on a journey of my own. I'm going to be 40 and I lost count of what days I'll have to go recheck them, but I'm going to be 40 on June 9th. And I am on a mission to go into the best shape of my life, my adult life, actually the best shape of my life ever. At 40. So I have big goals that I want to reach. And so I'm checking my own progress as well too. I have my own coach. I coach women and I have a coach that coaches me because I need the accountability just like everybody else. But water, I started dropping on my water intake. Well, guess what happened? The scale went up a little bit, you guys. So water is one of the first things that I want to talk about that will fluctuate your scale. Okay, so if you're right now suffering with the scale going like this and you can't figure out why, my first question to you is, what does your water intake look like? How much water are you drinking a day? Are you even measuring it? Or are you even paying attention to it? And if you are, drop in the comments below and let me know, how much water do you drink every day? My scale started going up a little bit and I was dissecting like, okay, there's got to be something because I'm doing good on my macros. I was water, y'all. I had to just get back on track. The scale went right back down. The less water you drink, the more water you will hold, okay? It's the exact opposite of what you think. I know I've spoken to many people before, they're like, okay, I don't want to drink water because it's going to make me hold water. No, it's not. It's going to do the exact opposite. The more water you drink, the less water weight you're going to hold because it's what's going to flush it out. Okay, going to the bathroom a lot regularly, whenever you start increasing your water as normal, it's because it's flushing it out. Okay, so the first question is, drink your water. Where is your water? Ask yourself, how much water am I drinking today? Second thing is our menstrual cycles. You guys, we are women and our bodies are made to make babies and our bodies are made with hormones and our bodies are made all the things that affect our body. And the menstrual cycles, you guys, it's going to go up. It typically will cause you to retain water weight. Everybody's different. Some people it's a 1 pound. Some people it's 4. I mean, we're all different. Third thing that will cause your scale to go up is going to be sodium. You guys pay attention to your foods, read your sodium labels. Anything canned, the sodium is going to be crazy high. Anything, I always call it it's processed food, but anything that you get out of the freezer section that you keep in your freezer, and when it's time to eat, you just heat it and eat it. I call it the heat it and eat it. Hey Marita, what is up, girl? This fly is killing me. Those things are all processed and they're loaded in sodium for the food to stay good for long enough. And that alone will cause you to gain a little bit of water weight. You guys, water weight is not fat. If your scale goes up 1 or 2 pounds, you did not gain fat overnight. It's not physically possible to gain weight, to gain fat overnight, just like you can't lose it overnight. Water weight. And this is something I want to just drive in your brain on today's video because I see women get so defeated every single day because of the stupid scale. but they're making amazing progress in other areas that I'm going to talk about. Okay, so let me get through this. Sodium, even if you eat out, you guys, even if you eat out and you get the healthiest thing on the menu, sometimes the menus nowadays have the calorie count, but guess what they don't have? They don't have the sodium count. Even the healthiest thing, the grilled chicken, the blackened chicken, all these things, when you go out to eat, they're always loaded in sodium. Your scale the next day will more than likely go up. So know that. Train your brain to know that. But it's water weight, you guys. You can flush it out. Here's some other things that affect the scale, and then I'm going to go into some other things, of course, that I want you to measure besides this. Stress, lack of sleep, inflammation, irregularity of going to the bathroom, your bowel movements, you guys. All of these things, okay? So when you're highly stressed, guess what happens to your body? When you are super stressed, you got a lot going on in life, it affects the scale, okay? And why? Because it affects your hormones, and that all affects your water and all the things combined. So when you're highly stressed, sometimes it can affect your scale, okay? You may be having amazing progress, but if you're highly stressed, it could affect your scale. Again, another reason why I don't want you to solely focus on the scale as dictating if you're having great results or not. Lack of sleep, like I said too, same thing. Lack of sleep is a form of stress. When you're not getting enough sleep, your body is fighting itself, and it's a stress, and then it causes inflammation in your entire body and in your gut. All these things affect the scale. Inflammation, I talk about gut inflammation a lot with the women we coach. Gut inflammation to me is a very, very important thing for women to focus on, for everybody in life to focus on, but women especially. Why? Because it affects us even more. Sometimes it's certain foods that cause gut inflammation. Sometimes it's that lack of sleep, that stress, all these things that I'm talking about. Again, so these things will affect your scale. I mentioned it, but I'm going to talk about it again because women, again, hormones and all kinds of things often cause women to not necessarily be regular in the bowel movement department, you guys. Something that, not very many people enjoy talking about this, but it's extremely important to know this, okay? If you're someone who's not regular, guess what's going to happen to your scale? If it's been a day, 2 days, 3 days, the scale is going to go up. And if you're going that long without going, there's some gut issues going on that we need to fix. And that's another video. I will make a note of that. We'll talk about it in another video. But it's an important thing to talk about because nobody likes to talk about it. But it affects the scale as well too, okay? So know that. You can hold up to 4 pounds in your digestive system if you're not going to the restroom regularly. Okay, so again, I wanted to talk about why the scale fluctuates at the beginning of this video so you can understand why it'll go up and down and why you cannot solely focus on the scale. Because again, I can't tell you how often I have a conversation of people who are losing inches, dropping body fat. Change is amazing. In the pictures, we can see small changes or drastic changes. Everybody's different on how fast everything responds and what area of what you're measuring actually makes the biggest difference, or where you can see the most change. But they can be having some amazing results over here. Okay, amazing results. So much change. 5 inches lost, but the scale didn't move. 6 inches lost, but the scale went up. Like, focus on the full picture. Okay? So what else do I want you to measure? Inches, like I just talked about. Guys, if you don't have one of these, you need to get one of these. Walmart, $2. Yes, tag y'all's friends if you have someone that needs to hear this today. Measure your inches, you guys. I'm going to put, after I get off this video, I'm going to put a link at the description of this video so it's easy to find. But here inside this Facebook group, in the guide section, I have a full-blown video where I walk you through where to measure as a woman. Where and how to exactly do it. I'm not going to do this video because I don't want them to be crazy long videos so that you can watch them on replay. But Amazon, I get this at the Walmart. I got this one at Walmart in the fabric aisle, and I think it was $2, maybe $3 at the most. But it's good to have these on hand, you guys. Why? Because again, we need to check your inches, what's happening in your body, your chest, your waist, your hips, your thighs, your upper thighs. Again, check out the video above this description after this. There's a full-blown video where I walk you through. As women, I love to encourage you to measure slightly different than I would a man, typically, especially in the thigh area. We go high because that's where we hold water. You have to measure in the same place every time too, or you're not going to get very accurate. And use your belly button as landmarks, all the things. I'm not going to go into that detail because I do in the video. Pictures. Okay, when's the last time, be honest, if you're watching with me right now or you're catching this later on a replay, when is the last time you did a progress picture? Drop in the comments. Let me know. This is the one thing that most people do not do. We avoid pictures like the plague. And I know they're not the most pleasurable things in the world, especially if you're not in a place that you are happy with what you see in the mirror. But you guys, I cannot stress enough that pictures are so important. There's been many times the women that go through our programs, they'll post their pictures, or they'll post them. They don't post them. Some of them will if they're comfortable. But they take them and they upload them into our app that we use for our coaching programs, and they don't look at them again. So that's where we come in. We look at them side by side and we help you see where change is happening, because the pictures will often show. You see yourself every single day in the mirror, which is very likely you're not going to see the change by looking at yourself every single day. But when you put a picture side by side, there's amazing things that you can see happening that the scale isn't showing, because maybe your scale didn't change. Maybe your scale actually went up. But the pictures are worth 1,000 words. Yes, Shauna, I love it. And you're just like so many won't take pictures. And Bertha, yeah, this is one of my big challenges to you today. So if you're on here and you're listening, you're up for the challenge and you're super serious, you need change, you're ready to make a change in your life, I challenge you to take a progress picture. You don't have to share it. If you're comfortable sharing it, share it. You can always send it to me privately as well too. I will never share anybody's pictures unless they give me permission to do so. But if you need that accountability to share it with somebody, otherwise keep them to yourself. But you have to do it. Do not beat yourself up. Sometimes it's a very emotional thing as well, to be honest with you. Sometimes it's a very emotional moment when we take our pictures and we're not in a place where we want to be. And then we just, whatever you do, don't dwell on where you're not. Use it as motivation that you're going to use to get to where you want to be. Okay, so measure your weight, yes, just so you're aware and know what's going on. But you have to measure your inches, take pictures. So again, my challenge to you, if you're up for the challenge, put I'm in the comments, up for the challenge to take inches measurements, okay? And also take some progress pictures. And then just come in the group and make a post that just says inches and pictures done. And if you want to share some things, share it. Hey, Desiree, what is up, girl? So that is my biggest challenge to you today. Tips for measuring, again, I will put the link in the video above. It's on my YouTube channel, but it's in this group as well too. And there's more places. There's more things that I want you to measure, okay? So if you've got pen and paper, write them down. Besides our physical transformation, okay, some of the biggest things, again, yes, Marita, I love it. You can't wait to see your progress pictures. I can't wait either. The mirror lies. The mirror is a big fat liar. And so is the scale oftentimes. And the more we say that out loud, the more we believe it. Like, it's true. And it's oftentimes hard to, when you're going through a journey of trying to lose weight and the scale doesn't move fast enough, it's really hard on you mentally. And I get it. And that's why I want you to lean on this group, because I guarantee you're not alone. There's so many other women going through a lot of these same mental battles. And so sharing it out loud and here, not necessarily your numbers. Like I said, I'm not asking you to share all your business, but if you want to, please, by all means do. We'll love on you like crazy. At least just come in here and say pictures and inches done. Make a post and tag me so I can love on you. But here's a few other areas that I really highly encourage you. If you're really on a lifestyle change journey, which means I want to lose weight, I want to lose fat, yes, but I just really want to be healthier in my own skin. I want to add years to my life by making lifestyle changes. I want to actually get results, but I want them to stick this time. I'm tired of the yo-yo fad diets where I lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight. If this is resonating with any of you, then these are some other things that I really want you to measure. Number one is, how in the world are you feeling? This is one of my favorite parts of when we coach women that they express how they feel. Okay, and if you're not a journal person, like I highly recommend you either start a journal, something, write some things down so that you're self-aware. Start your day with gratitude. Start your day with spending 5 minutes with a pen and paper and writing down what you're grateful for and how do I feel today. Why? Because I think it's extremely important to know how you feel now as you're making changes versus how you felt prior to making any changes. Were you tired, exhausted, moody, irritable? Those are all things I was almost 2 years ago before I started making changes finally back to the healthy version of myself. And I'm working on it every single day. But you gotta be aware of how you're feeling. Why? Because it will motivate you to keep going. Not I'm working out to lose weight. I'm working out so that I have energy. I'm working out because I feel good when I do. It reduces my stress. All of these things are extremely important. So something else to measure, like I said, is how you feel. Okay, second one is how your mood is. Again, another extremely important piece. If we're walking around exhausted, a little heavier than we want to be, just not taking care of ourselves because we're so busy, we're not stopping and not even giving ourselves even 10 minutes for ourselves, you're probably going to be a little bit moody. You're going to be the tired mom. I can't tell you how many times I've heard some women, like when I'm talking to them, what is your goals? What does the version of you look like that you want to be by making all these lifestyle changes? And one of them always be, I don't want to be the mom that yells all the time anymore. Like, I'm tired of being the mom that yells. I get it. I was doing that a lot whenever I was exhausted and burning the candle at both ends and not taking care of myself at all. And that is a horrible feeling because then you feel guilty. And there's a whole nother set of emotions. And then you start beating yourself up. Okay, so how do you feel? Second one is, what is my mood? And when I'm talking about feel, I'm like, how's your energy? How's your strength? How are you feeling at the end of the day? Are you have more energy at the end of the day compared to like you used to just want to crash and go to sleep at 5 o'clock? How do you feel? That's what I mean by that. Second one is, what is your mood? Why? Because your mood is awfully affected by how you take care of yourself. If you're tired of being the exhausted, worn out, yelling mom or wife or leader or whatever. You guys, I used to work for a lady who, she didn't take care of herself. And God bless her soul. I don't know what she's doing these days. But she yelled every second of every day. And it was sad to actually watch because nobody wanted to have a conversation with her. Everybody was scared to death of her because that's all she did. That's not the version of us I know that we want to be. And obviously that was a little bit drastic of a situation, but I used to work for the lady. It's not a great place to be. Not a great environment to be. So I know we all want to be the healthier versions of us so we can show up as the energized, healthier, more excited, happy moms and wives and grandmas and all the things, all the hats that you wear. So measure how you feel, measure your mood. Here's another thing. There's a fit test that I have in this group that I will put again above here. Highly suggest you doing some sort of fit test. Why? Because this is another area of your journey that you can measure that is not going to tell you, that it's going to tell you more of what's going on than the stupid scale. Hey, Sherry, what is up? Sorry, I keep calling it stupid scale. I hate it because it's important, but I see it cause so much more mental unhealthiness, if that's a word, and I want to make so much awareness around it. So a fit test is another really good thing. This is something we do every 4 weeks. And with the women we coach. Why? Because we want to see what's going on. And we measure your endurance, your cardio. We measure your strength by literally just having you do 60 seconds of some push-ups, some sit-ups, and a plank. See how your core strength is coming along. So that, again, that's another video that is in this group. And I know it's hard to find them sometimes because we have so much going on, so much in this group, so much amazing value. So I'm going to put that description in the beginning. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video when I hop off. So what I suggest you doing, second challenge to you, is do this fit test. Anytime this week, come back in this group, make a post and say fit test done. Share your numbers if you want to. But definitely track them yourself. And then I'm going to encourage you next month to do it again, and next month do it again. So you can see where you're improving, because again, your scale may not change at all. You're doing more sit-ups, you're holding a plank longer, all these things dictate, hey, you know what, the scale may not be changing yet, but you know what, other things are happening. I'm building muscle, I'm building strength, I'm building endurance, which is going to help me keep up with my kids, which is going to help me keep up with all things in life, right? So I highly suggest measuring that. And then the other two things that I love to help you just be aware of, because more it's about being aware. And the only way to really track these things, some of these things are literally to journal and literally write them down. Write them down and be aware of it. How your clothes fitting. You guys, your clothes tell you a lot. Your clothes tell you a lot. I know a lot of women have that pair of jeans or those pairs of shorts that always tell you whether you're up or whether you're down. So those often can dictate. And again, like the biggest example of the scale not making that big of a difference, you can weigh the same. You can have one 150-pound woman and another 150-pound woman that looks totally different. One can be in a size 4 and one can be in a size 10. It depends on what's, your body composition and all the things that are going on. So your clothes. And then the last thing that I want to share is, how productive are you? I know this is like, wait, how do you track that? Again, it's more along the lines of journaling, keeping track. If you are someone that runs a business or has your job, of course, whatever, it doesn't have to be your own business. It can be your job, your business, something that requires a lot of brain power. I want to encourage you to pay attention to your productivity level. Why? Because it's important. Because I feel it's massively impactful to your life and your mental clarity when you start making changes in your health. If you haven't heard me ever say, I'm a big believer in you have got to, I highly encourage you to focus on your food and your workouts, your fitness, whatever that looks like. Maybe that's just 10-minute walks every day. Maybe it's full-blown hour workout, whatever your fitness looks like, because it's not different. It's not the same for everybody. But it's a big impact on how productive you can be in your business, in all the things. Okay, so pay attention to that. I know that's something for me when I really got my health back in check. I was struggling big time when I was neglecting myself in all ways. Oh my gosh, I love it, Desiree. Perfect example. She says she weighs more than she did 3 years ago, and she wears a smaller size. Hello, muscle girlfriend. Yes, perfect example. Thank you for sharing that. So productivity wise, I can't stress enough. It wasn't until I got my own health back on track, and started focusing on my nutrition again, my fitness, making that a priority. Like that is a priority. And if it doesn't get done that day, then I'm off in the mental aspect. Right? It wasn't till then your health comes first, then everything else comes to play. And if you are one that runs your own business, you keep your health in check. Why? Because the most successful people that I know in business have a routine that involves self-care. You have to, if you want to keep up. So with that said, my biggest challenge to you is, be honest. When's the last time you weighed and measured and took pictures? And then if you haven't done them in a while, maybe you've weighed, because so many people weigh, but they don't do anything else, and that's okay. If that's you, you're so normal, believe me. I want to encourage you to take some inches. Check out the video above this. As soon as I hop off, I'll add it. And then also do the fit test. That's my big challenge to you guys. Anybody in this group this week, do both. Unless you're in our coaching programs, remember, we're doing specific things with you. So you already have your progress checks on your calendar and your fit test. If you want to do it extra, great, but don't expect you to. And if you're struggling, my inbox is always open. Get in there. Would love to love on you, answer questions, any of the above. But if you're up for the challenge, put I'm in. And then when you do the fit test, come in here and say, hey, fit test done. Same thing with your inches. I want to see it so we can love on you guys and offer a little bit of extra accountability in this group. You guys, this is what this is about. If you're in this group, you came to this group because you're struggling in one way or another. And we want to provide some extra love and support and accountability. So questions, ask away. That's all I got for you guys today. Love y'all. Thank you so much for just being here and letting me just be me and pour into you guys as much as I love to and feel called to. So y'all have an amazing day. Happy Monday. Let's go kill it. Bye, guys.